Hello, Uncle Spurt here, and today I'm reviewing the fresh new Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro. By slipping just 60 quid into Xiaomi's metaphorical G-string, you can get not a sexy dance, but a lightweight fitness band with a smartwatch style design, crazy good battery life, and all the usual exercise shenanigans so you hopefully don't keel over from all of the Gregsious stuff in your face. I've had the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro stuck on my arm for the past couple of weeks, so here's my in-depth review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, the design of the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro very much reminds me of the Huawei Watch Fit 3. Like your typical smart band, it's pleasingly slimline and lightweight as well. You barely even feel it when it's slapped on your wrist. But you've also thankfully got a good sized screen slapped on there so you can actually see what on earth is going on. It's not one of those teeny wee dinky ones like you used to get on the old Fitbits back in the day. Particularly good news if, like me, you're getting on a bit and your peepers are kind of buggered. The main reason that the Smart Band 9 Pro is so light is you've got an aluminium alloy frame. Mine's the black version, although you can also pick up Xiaomi's Smart Band in pink or silver. And as you can see there, that aluminium frame has a matte finish, so it's pleasingly smudge resistant. It's a very straightforward, simple design, but I think the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro looks rather smart as well. My only real complaint is that the bundled fluoroelastomer strap is slightly awkward to do up one-handed. Thankfully not the most fiddly that I've reviewed by a long shot, and after a couple of weeks of using it, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. It would of course help if I didn't have hands that shake like a shitting dog. As you might be able to tell from this video so far, yes, I am kind of falling apart a bit. And you've got the usual interchangeable bands here on the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro as well. The original band pops off with just a quick push of these two buttons here, nice and easy. And Xiaomi offers loads of different straps, so for instance you can alternate between the original fluoroelastomer when you're doing a bit of fitness shenanigans or whatever, and a leathery bandy option if you're about to hit the town for a wild night out. Gotta say, I don't think this blue leather really goes with the black Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro, but there are lots of different colour options, etc. Now the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro's display is made from reinforced glass. So far not a single scratch or scuff on that surface. And yes, it has been banged about a bit in my usual clumsy manner. As you can see, they're slightly subtly curved on all four sides. So it's 2.5D as Xiaomi puts it. Likewise, no visible damage to the frame, and as I say, I've not been particularly gentle with the Smart Band 9 Pro. It can also apparently withstand up to 5 atmospheres of pressure if you're piddling about in the actual sea. It is water resistant to the point where you can happily wear it when you are swimming and such forth. It's got full swimming tracking in the fitness shenanigans. And when you first set up your Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro, you'll want to download the Mi Fitness app for your smartphone. This is available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, etc. The setup only takes a few minutes. You're just going to sign up for a Xiaomi account if you haven't got one already, and then you can basically fiddle about with and customize everything on your smart band right here through the app. So for instance, you can choose from a wide variety of watch faces, which are all free to download. Got loads of different options, quite a wide variety as well, so whatever your taste, you're bound to find something here that you like. You got digital, analog, illustrated. You got watch faces that are slightly more abstract and bonkers, some retro style efforts, and of course ones that concentrate mostly on fitness type shenanigans. And then once you've downloaded these watch faces to your Smart Band 9 Pro, you can quickly and easily change between them all just by long pressing on that watch face and then swiping left and right. Personally, I quite like the default pastel ones that come pre-installed. You've got a couple of different colours on there. I think they suit it rather nicely. I really like how the colours sort of bleed through different tones, and it shows off the fact you've got very skinny bezels surrounding that display. It pretty much stretches edge to edge. And some of these watch faces are slightly customizable. You'll know which ones are because there'll be a little cog underneath them like so. But we are talking very basic customization here, slightly tweaking the colours, and generally there's only 2 or 3 different options. And yeah, inside of that app you can also customize exactly which notifications are allowed to give you a buzz on the wrist. You can simply mirror the phone notifications, otherwise you can just provide access to a handful of your favorite apps. And inside Mi Fitness you can also set up all of the health tracking, including the 24-hour continuous heart rate monitoring, your sleep tracking, your blood oxygen levels, your stress monitoring. It's going to want you to calm down if you're about to freak out. My personal nemesis, the reminder to stand up. That stayed right the ruddy hell off. And for such an affordable device, absolutely adore that 1.74-inch AMOLED display, which is a proper stunner. Hasn't really changed much at all versus the Smart Band 8 Pro. So you once again got those very skinny bezels surrounding the display. The resolution's still a crispy 480 by 336, giving you 336 pixels per inch. So as you can see there, even teeny weeny text clearly legible, again, as long as your eyes are up to it. And likewise, you've got that same 60Hz refresh, so at least it doesn't feel too juddery when you're flicking around the UI here on the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro. And again, despite that budget asking price, you've got full auto brightness support on here as well. So when you bugger off outdoors, you don't have to fiddle around manually boosting the brightness of the screen so you can actually see it, and then mess around dropping it back down again at night so it doesn't absolutely blind you. Can be a wee bit slow to respond at times, but it's better than nothing. And that maximum brightness has been boosted to around 1000 nits for the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro, so it's absolutely eye-searing. Certainly you won't have to squint until your eyes bleed to see what's going on when you're outdoors. And if you've used a Xiaomi smartwatch or smart band in recent times, you'll be right at home with the UI. Nice and simple and straightforward. You've got a variety of widgets which you can flick between by going left and right. You can fit multiple widgets onto a single screen, so you're not having to flick for ages to get through all your different bits, and these are again fully customizable via the My Fitness app. Just got to choose a layout and then decide which widgets to slap into each section. You've got decent variety here, most of them of course fitness based as you would expect. But you can also slap in battery indicators, timers, stopwatch, action, and of course you can edit any existing ones as well. And if you swipe right from the main watch face, you've also got a small selection of toggles. So you can quickly chuck on Do Not Disturb, you can activate torch mode, turn on battery saver mode, access all of the watch settings. If you swipe down from the main watch face, you can access your notifications. These are quite simply presented though. Just give a message a tap and you'll see a very brief overview. In the case of Gmail, this is generally just the subject and who actually sent the email, what time it arrived, and that is literally it. You can't actually, respond to the message through the Smart Band. You can't even delete it off your smartphone or anything. All you can do is dismiss the notification. But the haptics on the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro are pretty decent. You get a short, sharp buzz on the wrist whenever a notification pops in. And that's just on standard mode as well. You can actually boost it to strong mode if you're really into all of that. And you've got the usual small selection of apps slapped on here as well. Lots of fitness shenanigans as usual. You can track all of your various stats, including how many hours you've been standing, how many calories you burned, steps you've taken, etc. Vitality score, as you can see, I'm absolutely smashing it this week. You've got the usual calendar app, you've got timers and stopwatches, alarms, various different breathing exercises. You can also use the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro as a remote shutter. You can also control your music via the Smart Band 9 Pro as well, quickly pausing and resuming it and skipping tracks. If you give this wee widget a tap, you can also control the volume. Now the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro apparently boasts an upgraded sensor for tracking your heart rate, your SpO2 levels, etc. It still, however, occasionally registers a rather high heart rate when I'm doing absolutely bugger all. As you can see there, it's dropping back down now, but it was right up there in the 80s and 90s a second ago, despite the fact I'm just sat on my arse chatting. So that resting heart rate does tend to dart about the place a wee bit, usually hovering between 55 and 75. And as usual, the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro supports tracking for over 150 different types of flapping around sporty type situations. Pretty much anything you could possibly think of, including artistic swimming, kite surfing, and of course actual, usual, common, popular sporty type stuff too. Anything you can think of, outdoor stuff, indoor stuff, plenty of training and gym type shenanigans. Got your dance, got your combat sports, your ball sports, your winter sports, your recreational sports, even card and board games. It's about as energetic as I usually get. A small number of these exercise efforts do offer a built-in warm-up as well, including the running, just in case you need a bit of assistance in that area. As you can see, fully guided with animations to show you exactly what you need to do. In fact, runners are very well catered for. You've got a variety of different runs and jogs that you can track, including endurance runs, all kind of different endurance runs, interval runs, etc. These can apparently measure your pace as well as your cadence and other running terminology that I don't understand, and compare them against your targets, your best efforts so far, etc. And you've also got a bit of simple GNSS positioning built in as well to track wherever you happen to roam outdoors. Won't be quite as accurate as what you get from a dedicated smartwatch from like Garmin or someone like that, but it'll do the job in a pinch. So overall, if you're kind of into your fitness stuff, you're not super dedicated, you're not too bothered about getting highly accurate stats, well, this will certainly fill a hole. And then all of this info is of course synced up with the Mi Fitness app on your smartwatch, so you can check out all of your stats for the day, the week, the month, whatever, and check out your previous exercise and heroics, complete with a rough estimate of how many calories you've burned. You can rate your training experience. And of course, yes, you've got the good old sleep tracking as well. Definitely prefer the old sleep into the exercise. As always, this can demonstrate roughly how much light and deep sleep you've enjoyed the previous night. But as always, it does interpret lying there staring up at the ceiling as light sleep, so I'm not exactly 100% accurate. And once you've been wearing the Smart Band 9 Pro for more than 7 days, you are assigned a sleep animal, which just gives you a rough indication of what kind of sleeper you are. I, for instance, am apparently a koala, not because I'm small, furry, and more unpleasant than I look, but because I pass out really late at night and then I'm just dead to the world and wouldn't wake up even if a marching band went tramping right through my bedroom. But as I say, this doesn't tend to recognize when you are awake unless you actually physically get out of bed to empty your bladder or whatever. It can then give you a schedule recommendation, which rather hilariously suggests not actually even starting work until like 10 o'clock and finishing again at 6 PM, if bloody only. And lastly, Xiaomi has upgraded the battery tech here on the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro. So now you've got a 350 mAh capacity cell versus the 289 mAh on the old 8 Pro. And the battery life was already pretty bloody good on the old Smart Band, but now you can expect roughly 8 full days of use from a 100% charge of the Smart Band 9 Pro, and that is with the Smart Always On Display active. But of course, if you are using the apps quite a lot, doing a lot of fitness tracking, etc., you've got all of the various features turned on, then you'll find the battery is sapped a bit quicker than that, but you should still get the best part of a week of use before you need to recharge the Smart Band 9 Pro. So it's right up there with those Huawei smartwatches and smart bands. Absolutely beats the living crap out of your WearOS efforts and everything. If you do find you are struggling, you do have that battery saver mode, of course, which you can activate quickly and easily. This basically does just turn your Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro into a proper watch. You can tell the time, you can see your step count as well, and that is literally it. And slap this thing on the bundled proprietary magnetic charging dock, and around 75 to 80 minutes will give you a full charge again. So there you have it, my lovelies. That is my full final frank review of the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro after having it slapped on my arm for a good couple of weeks. And I'm in no mad rush to rip it off again, to be honest. The battery life is absolutely superb on this thing. It's one of the main reasons I like to wear the likes of the Xiaomi Smart Bands or the Huawei smartwatches compared with most rivals, because I just don't need something else to charge up every single frickin' night. The display is absolutely stunning. You've got all your basic features on there, likes of timers, alarms, etc. And if you're interested in the health tracking as well, it does all of that, just not with the accuracy of a dedicated fitness smartwatch from the likes of Garmin. If you just want a basic idea of like how many steps you're doing, how many calories you're burning roughly on a daily basis, then job done. So that's what I reckon of the Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro. It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do bug subscribe, ding that notifications bell, all the usual YouTube guff, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.